Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about where you listen for heart sounds. So let's get started. So I have a great mnemonic for you guys, but before I go over that, I want to make sure that we remember the valves of the heart. And if you really don't know what I'm talking about right now, make sure you go and check out my blood flow and heart anatomy video. I have it posted right on my channel. It should help clear some things up for you. But if you do know what's going on, then let's get started with a quick review. So the valves that are very important to know when you're listening to the heart for this great mnemonic that I have, you have to remember the tricuspid valve, the pulmonic valve, the aortic valve, and then the mitral valve. Okay, so that great mnemonic that I told you guys that I had, it's ape to man. So A, P, E are a part of it. The T in two and the M in man are the main parts of the mnemonic. So the A stands for the aortic valve, P for pulmonic, E for Erb's point, which is just the best place to listen for heart murmurs, the T for that tricuspid valve that we just looked at, and the M for the mitral valve. And I do want to point out here too that also where you listen for the mitral valve is also the PMI. So the PMI is the point of maximal impulse, and that's just basically the best location to feel your cardiac impulse on the chest wall. So let's look at the location of these things. So take into account that this is the right side of the body and this is the left side of the body. I have these red dashed lines here on the clavicle. This just means that it's the mid-clavicular line. So mid meaning middle, clavicular meaning clavicle. So make sure you remember that. Okay, so we start with our A. I have this down here just for reference for you. We start with our aortic valve, and that is in the right second intercostal. So on the right side, 1, 2, second intercostal space. Intercostal meaning in between the ribs. And then you jump over to P for pulmonic. That is in the left second intercostal space. We have that Erb's point that I just talked about. That is also on the left, and that is in the third intercostal space. We have the tricuspid valve. That's where you would listen here. And that is on the sternal border, and that is in the left fourth intercostal space. And then we have our mitral valve. You listen for this one in the left fifth intercostal space, medial to the midclavicular line. So medial means closer to the midline of the body. So if we're medial to the midclavicular line, that means that we're on this side of the midclavicular line. So it's a little bit in towards the middle of the body. So once again, you have this is where you would place your stethoscope for the aortic valve, the pulmonic valve, Erb's point, tricuspid valve, and mitral valve. And this too, the mitral valve, this fifth intercostal space down here, is the PMI, or point of maximal impulse. I just want to show you guys too what it might look like in relation to a human body. So this isn't completely accurate just because my letters are a little bit bigger than what it would be on a stethoscope. But I just kind of want to give you guys an idea. Here's the clavicle, remember, our midclavicular line on him. It looks like it would be right about here. So aortic, pulmonic, Erb's point, tricuspid, and mitral valve. All right, everybody, that was a really quick, short review on where to listen for heart sounds. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope this helped you guys out.